Welcome back, everybody. It's been a little while since I posted a video. Got pretty busy over the Thanksgiving holiday. Focused more on quick in and out work and haven't really done something that stays here more than a day. This is our 1972 Chevelle Malibu. Some people call it a Malibu, some people call it Chevelle. It's my dad's car. This has been around for a couple years now in our family. It started off as a stock, pretty much Chevelle, stock 350, stock rear end, stock stuff. The car had already come with a roll cage and some racing seats when we bought it. Had a stock hood, beat up bumper. There's actually a little video of the build and the process of us working on it on my dad's channel, which I'll add here at the top left corner. It's Texas drag racing video. If you scroll down, you'll see it says 1972 Project Turddle. You'll see some of the work that's been happening. It's been several years. Little by little, we start adding to the car. We did engine, we did transmission, we did rear end, we did suspension, we did wheels, hood, bumpers, gauges, interiors, blah, blah, et cetera, et cetera. So today we're actually going to focus on the power steering gearbox. The car has no leaks ever since we swapped over from the small block to the big block. Some of you know, like I said, some of you have watched my dad's videos, and you would know that this car had a small block and we put a big block in it. You can catch up on his channel if you want to see that part. So this is kind of a continuation. So he got a new gearbox. The gearbox is the only thing that leaks on this car at the moment. So this is a new reman gearbox that we ordered online. It's pretty nice piece. You know, everything's really clean. They send you the gearbox and they send you the little rubber coupler that connects the steering shaft to this, so you feel like a little, whenever you're turning, it doesn't feel so rough. It's got a little bit of dampening, so it's a smooth transition. Let's show you the car before we get to work on it. All right, so under the hood we got a big block 454 bored out. I'm assuming it's a 468. I think it's a 468. Nice cam, pretty rowdy, very street car. We still have regular water pump. It's like an Edelbrock water pump, regular alternator, regular power steering pump, some good fans and a good radiator setup to keep it cool. It drives really good, really smooth. It's loud. Other than that, we put a brand new brake system on it. Got a brand new brake booster, brand new master cylinder, ran some brand new lines all the way down to the bottom. It's got brand new brake hoses, brand new calipers, brand new rotors, and brand new suspension. We can show you that too. And it's little by little we keep adding to this car. Let's see the bottom. Here you can see the slotted and drilled rotors, brand new caliper. Got some brand new tires on it. There's a new spindle, new upper control arms, new lower control arms, new springs, new sway bar links, new sway bar. And here you can see the actual gearbox, how it's got some dripping, and it definitely drips, especially when the car's running. The pressure will just leak out. So got new lines on it and everything. The only thing is just the gearbox itself. I'm assuming still the original 1972 gearbox and leaks. There's the little coupler there that we're going to replace as well. It's soaked, so I'm pretty sure that rubber is falling apart. Other than that, the car pretty much has no leaks. We do drive it a lot, so you're going to see some road grind. We drive it in the rain. We drive it in the summer. We drive it when it's windy, when it's dark, everywhere. So, you know, you get your usual, I guess, road grime and a little bit of dirt. So we build these cars for. It's for fun, you know. We don't mind. Brand new dry shaft from Adan. Let's see, here's Adan Garza. There in Alamo. He's been building dry shafts for us for many, many years. Him and his dad. Now we got a lower control arms, polyurethane bushing, sway bar, upper control arms, Brand new brake lines, as you can see. Did what we had to do. And then got new springs, new shocks, new fuel tank. There's fuel lines going that way all along the side. 3.5-inch exhaust with an X pipe. And of course, Holly blue fuel filter. Some bead locks in the back. And it's a street car. And this car, we haven't taken it to the track yet. We're planning to go soon. It's in the process. We like to be safe, so before we actually run the cars, we go over them. So the paint, we're gonna leave it as is before you guys ask. We like the old school Patina look. Let's put the car down. Change the lock. We like the old school Patina. This car, yeah, it has little rust holes here and there, but they're not hidden and they're not growing. The car's been inside pretty much since we've gotten it. It's always been stored inside. We've never let it sit outside. The only time it ever sees rain is when we're driving it, but you know, we put it back in, blow it off. So we're not going to paint this car. We love the way it looks. Some people tell us, when are you going to paint it, when are you going to finish it? It is done. It is as done as it's going to be. There's a lot of people who like to go through the whole process of painting and rebuilding panels and doing all that stuff. Last time we did that, the car sat for months, years, and we don't have time for that. We like to drive our cars. So it's factory. It's Patina. It's not rusted. There's no holes. It's solid. It's just surface rust. Very, very minor surface rust. It'll scuff off, and bare metal will look really clean. This is factory. It's a factory seam sealer that they use. This car, I'm assuming it used to have a little vinyl top, and why it got like this. That's my thing. It's got the little trim here, and you can see it goes around the edge up to the top. So I'm assuming either it had a green or a white vinyl top. Previous owner replaced the door. Don't know why, but it still works. It works perfect. Open, close, real smooth. My dad did some real nice interior panels. We're gonna do finish the roll cage. It has a cage, but we had to trim the loop because we didn't fit in the car. It was too far forward, as you can see that seat, and we're tall people. So we're gonna get the cage redone soon and just kind of dynamite the area so it's not so bad, and change the steering wheel. Got a nice shifter on it already. Get it ready soon here in the next coming season, in the beginning of the year, to get it going. So let's go ahead and jump to taking apart the gearbox. So first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take off these lines, move them out the way, let the fluid drain, kind of get it out of the way because I hate making a mess. Then we'll disassemble the, I guess, the linkage there, and then after it's off, we'll take off the it's gonna be a tight spot. We'll take off the little coupler, and then I'll take it off the Pitman arm, and then I'll take it off the frame, and then slowly start putting the new one back in. But let's get to that. Right, so had to take the sway bar down, unbolt it, lower it to get some clearance. Took off the hoses. They're draining right now at the moment. It's 3 bolts that were holding this together. It was this one, and this one. They came out of this side. 1, 2, 3. There was no 4th one. I'm gonna clean this up. It's pretty nasty here, all this stuff. Gonna clean it up, scrape it down, throw some paint on it, replace that. So I had to take it off the tie rod in here, the inner tie rod that moves the steering mechanism side to side. Take it off there, take it off the steering shaft, unbolt it from the frame, and unbolt it from the power steering lines, and it came straight out. So just gonna clean everything up. Here's the old one. It's pretty much the same. It's identical. Looked at the holes. This and this are the same. Power steering position, the lines are the same. The splines are the same. The only thing is the Pitman arm. I was thinking about taking this one off, but I think they have it at O'Reilly's for like 20 bucks. So I'm just gonna go get a new one. It's always a pain to take these off. It's really hard to take them off. You have to get a Pitman arm puller and press it. It's a task. So rather than just taking this one off, I'm just gonna go get a new one and put a new Pitman arm on it, so everything's new. And go backwards here. Just gotta change this and put everything back together. Should be done here real soon. Well, dang. So I thought they had it, and O'Reilly's doesn't stock. Actually, nobody stocks the replacement Pitman arm. So I took the nut off already, and we are going to attempt to take this off. We'll clean it up and put it back on the new gearbox in the orientation. It's okay. So we got the puller installed. Goes underneath, pushes down on that, pulls up. You can use an extension if you need it, but it uses a 3/4 socket size. So let's hit it and see if we can take it off. Easy. Okay. There you go. It's off. I'm going to keep the orientation the same. I think it only goes in one way. There's certain grooves that it fits in, so we'll make sure that it lines up on this one the same way. Okay, so here you can see these wider grooves, and that's where they go. Here is a wider spot there. There's a wider spot there, so it does only go one way. So once you put it on this side, you can see here the groove as well. It's wider here. And I'm gonna clean this up, but technically falls in only one way. So exactly where this is, exactly where that is. I already lined up this, made sure it goes as that. So when we put it back on the car, it will be nice and aligned. All right, got it all cleaned up. Degreased it, took off all the old grime and painted it up. Looks like new. Okay, take off this. Let's put the socket that belongs there. Yeah. Got the washer cleaned up, the lock washer and the new nut cleaned up, so I'm just gonna that's it. So we got this little rag joint off. Here's the old one. Comes off with 2 bolts. One side's 1/2 inch factory and the other side's 9/16. The new one that they send comes both sides 1/2 inch, but there's no really mistaking which way these go. They have little guides that go into the steering shaft, so it only goes in one way. And then this also goes in one way. There's a little flat spot right there. It only goes in one way on the gearbox, so can't really mess this up. So let's clean up the frame and put these on and put the gearbox back on. All right, clean up the frame as best as we could. Threw a little paint on it. Put the rag joint back on, and now it's time to throw the gearbox on. Okay, so the new steering box is on. It's bolted to the frame already. Got the Pitman arm on with the cotter pin and the castle nut. And then we have the rag joint in. All we got to do is put the bolt from the top and put these new power steering lines back on. Put some fluid and should be good to go. All right, so we got the steering shaft bolt back on, the 2 lines, and put fluid in it already. So what we'll do is start it up, get all the air bubbles out, make sure it circulates through, and take it home. Okay, we're gonna get ready to start it. It hasn't been turned on in about a week. Let's see how it goes. We're gonna pump. that'll do it. The power steering feels great. Another new part back on the car, so let's go take it home and park it for the weekend. So we got another car show going. Thank you guys for coming and watching this video. We'll see you next time on another video of either a customer's job or one of our own personal cars.